Oh my gosh, that frame is twisting so bad.
All right, so we are in the shop today working on Kaulin's 1963 C10. It is a 63, right? Yeah. Quick recap on the build. We swapped it onto a 2004 Suburban frame with a 5.3 LS or LM7.
With my favorite mod.
Yes. We've also put an eBay turbo kit on it. We have yet to hear it run, but today we're going to be finishing up some of the body work, cab work and stuff. Just get it that much closer to being done. Kaulin has been busy with school and work, so he hasn't been able to come work on this thing. We finally got an opportunity, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna go hard on it.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. Hopefully, we have it setting on cab on its own suspension by the end of the week, and then maybe in another week we get it started and get it driving.
Zach, what's that wrench for?
Well, it makes me look busy, don't it?
Sure does. Good job.
Good, don't she?
Alright. Got these. Yeah. These are some added floor pans. We got some more rust to fix over here.
I would call that air conditioning.
Air conditioning?
Yes.
That's what these are, though, I thought.
Well,
Okay.
everything is. Everything on this truck is air conditioning. If there's a hole, it counts. You ready to do this?
I think so.
Okay. You want to lift the cab off, and then I can start hurry up and weld that up, and then we can build the mounts for it.
Okay. We'll probably go drag the
other truck out,
yeah.
or the other part of the truck.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that rust?
Yeah. What?
You guys forgot about that?
I forgot how
Oh my goodness gracious.
those rockers work. Quit touching it. You're
What did
breaking
you
my
do?
truck.
Okay, can this go up?
I think you can. Let's try. Don't break anything, please, or bend.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Looks good.
It wouldn't look good lifted too. But we do a lot of lifted things around here. Wow.
At least most of the important stuff is solid.
Why are you wrecking your truck, man?
Sorry. Do you want to roll this back and then I can lower this and I'll finish welding that up?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, you're gonna have to grab that tower. Ding. Oh. It wants to tow in so bad. Yeah, that's good.
All right, Zach, let's go get the bed of this truck.
Pull it out of its little hole back there, huh?
Yeah.
Good luck, guys.
Have fun welding.
Thank you.
Hop up into the forklift and we'll go get this taken care of in a swift manner.
Okay, I suppose it needs a little bit of life.
These are glow plugs.
Plugs in a can.
Yep. Alright, here she is. Right here. This is what we're after. Nice, clean looking bed. Cleanish looking bed. Get that moved out of the way and we'll be good.
Can you stay kind of straight backwards?
Oh yeah.
I have never used this welder before, so let's see what happens. Wow, she was a little hot. This is what we're going to be doing for a minute.
Truck bed's outside. Kaulin's still welding up the floor a little bit in here.
I'm almost done.
But we need to get this rear axle pulled out and kind of gone because we're getting rid of the frame right there and we're going to have to start over because this is unusable.
That sounds fun.
So Zach's going to get going on this and Kaulin's going to keep on welding. And I'm going to go look through all the parts I have for this thing to figure out what we need to order so we can get this thing driving.
I missed just a tiny little teach.
You afraid to stand on it? Dramatic.
Heck yeah. Man, we should leave this axle under here and turn this into something cool.
This is the axle for the truck though. We've got dozens of other axles sitting out there.
We got axles, dude.
Oh wow. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, let's get this front half under this cab.
Can we get the welder out of the way?
Okay.
What's it hitting? Is that frame?
I think so.
You have to put the cab on, or the front step on now to see where to center it up in this hole.
So we just need the front clip to be on here to see.
See if the cab goes forward or back.
Okay.
And I hope, I mean, it'd be cool if it had to come forward a little bit because, I mean,
Yeah.
that's too easy to work on. We could run exhaust around the back of it.
Yeah. Too easy to work on. I've done this too many times. I can't get this bolt out.
Seized, huh?
So where's your JB?
What?
Or not your JB, your where's your spritzer stuff? That goes into bolts that are hurting.
I mean, we got WD-40.
Oh.
My spritzer stuff for bolts that are hurting. Huh.
I think there's something out there that we're missing out on, I guess.
This poor bolt is hurting. He needs a therapist. He seems really hung up on something.
Will you guys quit it? Now it's happy.
It finally let go. That was a terrible joke, dude.
I thought it was pretty good.
No, that's just dumb.
Okay, so there's a pretty good chance that we're gonna have to cut more of this off. Like I think it's like an inch. It's like not a lot. But last time I checked it, it needed that. Okay. We gotta go high and come down low. Okay, Zach, if you want to throw my bolt in.
That looks freaking sweet.
It's this front end definitely needs to go down though.
Look at all the room.
There's a crap ton of room right there.
That's intercooler, radiator, electric fan, and anything else we want.
Yeah, whatever you want, man. You want a water slide? Put one in there. Does the cab need to go forward?
That's a good spot.
I
This
think
just, this
that's
def.
where-
You'll just have to cut that so this will come down.
Yeah,
You be
if
chilling.
we trim that fender, or the frame, have that come. Dude, that is freaking awesome.
How's the bottom of the cab compared to the frame? Oh my gosh.
Below it,
It's look at this. Look.
You're gonna be laying the cab on the ground.
Let's get this front clip pulled off again then. Cut it back an inch.
figure out where that plate needs to go. We can tack those plates on. Look at that. Nicked that one. And then he nicked that one. Perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think we'll put the jack under the front end here to hold it up.
Oh, okay.
And then bolt it up, and then we can adjust the level with the jack to see where they should be.
Okay.
And we'll go a little lower so that we can put spacers in there.
So then we
there's an
can
adjustment.
play with stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing this with Rudy, because he's smart and I'm kind of smart.
Oh, you're smart. We just do things different.
I do things the hard way, he does things the easy way.
Different.
So we got the jack set up, the frame chopped. We're gonna put this thing back up there, bolt it up. The jack's gonna hold up the front end. We're gonna put it where we want it and build some tabs. Okay. And the clearance is almost perfect. Both sides.
Yeah. Cut it off the right amount.
Holy smokes. That's ride height. Dude, that looks sick. Ride height looks awesome.
I think so.
I'm in on it. Just barely, I measured the brackets for the bolts that go to the front clip of this. Rudy's cutting them out on the Plaz right now. Once we cut those out, we'll weld them on there, and then we can bolt that together. And then what are we on to next, Rudy?
We're on mounting the cab.
Okay, then mounting the cab.
All right, so we have a temporary mount right here to hold the grill up. Then now we can pick up the whole frame and body, or at least half of it, so that we can get the body mounts put on. For mount, we got to just build something off the frame here. These are the cab mounts that we're going to be using. We built them out of metal. These are the rubber isolators we're going to use. There's actually a washer, and then they get mounted over here just like this. Right there. Yep. Right there. Cool.
Okay.
We need a little bit longer bolts, but ultimately, that's how it's gonna be.
Where it'll sit.
Mm-hmm.
We've done quite a bit today. This guy has just been grinding on an axle all day.
It's fun stuff, I tell you what.
And let me show you the axle, because it's quite nice. Look at this. All cleaned up.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Good job.
Thanks, man. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to throw more than that on? Or you think that's gonna hold the cab up?
Let me put just like a nice inch feed on both sides.
Sure.
For now.
That's pretty bad.
That's scary, huh?
Oh, we'll fix it. Okay. I'm gonna pick up on this, and Colin's gonna pull this 2x4 out. Ready?
No.
Oh. Okay, go.
Good job, Rudy.
Strong man.
Tomorrow we'll have to come back with new frame material and get started on that. And yeah. Also, Zach cleaned this axle up, and it looks pretty good.
It's not done.
All right.
So don't say it looks bad.
Clap your hands.
Just once.
That was supposed to be the transition into tomorrow.
Oh.
It's easy. You make it really awkward and you just go.
And we're back.
So today Zach's gonna continue cleaning this axle because he says it needs more work, and he takes pride in it, right? Yeah.
Always.
And Colin's gonna go remove the bed from the frame over here. Good luck. I'm
Thank
surprised
you.
you don't have any like cutting oil or anything. penetrating oil.
Oh, right now I'm just trying to find the right socket size.
Oh.
Oh wow, this is. Hi guys. Okay, let's see here. Here's a bolt. This shouldn't be too hard. Okay, that's it.
We'll leave them to that. We're gonna start figuring out the frame.
So I was put on the job of unbolting this bed from the frame, and right now, as we speak, it is unbolted. Now, I didn't actually unbolt it. I ended up just cutting the heads off of the main bolts because they were old, they were crusty, I couldn't get the nuts off of them, and so I just figured I'd replace them with new ones. So that's what I did with that. So this is ready to come off. I'm gonna go get some burly guys like Rudy and Zach over there and lift this thing off.
That's how low it's gonna sit.
The ground?
Yep.
Well, Chevy C10 frame for sale.
Free if you come and get it.
Free if you come and get it. It's kind of a cool setup how they did this though. Got a long arm kit.
Yeah.
That's pre-runner stuff right there. Oh my gosh, that frame is twisting so bad. So that's why we're not using this frame, because it is just flimsy, twisty. Zach, you wanna come get on the other side?
Must have been like the race edition or something.
Lightweight.
Lightweight.
Well, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the next hour and a half, pulling off bolts.
Well, it's gonna take you longer than that.
This is what I'm gonna be doing for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, that's more like it.
The rest of the day. It's almost lunchtime.
I guess it's out. How did you cut that?
Well, there's one.
Well, that's beautiful.
Beautiful, huh?
I think so.
The amount of dust I've been eating from this thing has been insane.
Guess you don't need lunch.
No lunch for Kaulin.
I'm gonna need lunch, trust me. As some of you viewers know, food is very important to me.
Well, do you want to get the other one off, or are you ready to go?
How hungry are you?
I'm ready for lunch.
Are you ready for lunch?
I was ready for lunch 3 hours ago.
I could go for some lunch.
We'll be back in a minute.
All right. Well, we sent Kaulin out to go pick up some more nuts and bolts for his truck, and nothing around here really sounds good for lunch. But luckily, Factor hooked us up for today's meals.
Yep.
I had a roommate a while back that left a ton of these in the freezer. I figured rather than wasting them, I'd give them a try. I went through them a lot quicker than I would like to admit, but they were good, so I just kept eating them. And when Factor asked if they could send me some more, I couldn't say no. Zach, you want some black pepper sage pork chop?
I sure do.
I actually got it. You're gonna have to wait for me though. 2 minutes and I'll be done. All right, well that's cooking. Let me tell you my favorite things about Factor. For one, they just show up at my door. I don't even have a kitchen here and I can make some pretty good meals. And because they show up at my door, it means I don't have to go spend time shopping. I can spend more time in the shop working on the projects I love, and the cleanup is super easy. Back in the shop in less than a couple minutes, and we have a hot lunch. Just like the first time I had it, it's still good. Except this isn't the cabbage chicken one. The cabbage chicken one is a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Head on over to Factor 75 to go check it out for yourself, or you can click the link in the description where I was able to get you 50% off your first order and then 20% off your second. And in case you weren't listening, you can head over to factor75.com, or you can click the link in my description to save 50% off using the code RAD50 and 20% off your second order. Boy, if Kaulin doesn't get here soon, I'm gonna end up eating his.
Alrighty,
So Kaulin got the bed all cleaned up. He's doing an amazing job.
It has been an all-day process, like all day.
Those are some nice sunglasses, man.
These are Rudy's sunglasses he was wearing earlier, and they are so scratched. But I don't want to ruin my nice Oakleys.
We're gonna go set this bed in there on the truck, kind of where it goes.
Can we talk? Listen, all right. I was just thinking about this. Would this not make a dope hot tub? Like,
No.
look how
Why
sick
not
it
just
would
get
be.
a real hot tub?
Could you imagine having a Chevy tail, like rear end hot tub?
Just paint Chevy on the rear end of your
Hot tub.
Boring.
Why not put this on something cool like a lowered truck that's LS swapped or something?
That is a good point. We should have done an LS swap.
Well, yeah. Let's go put it in here on the truck.
Up. Okay. Hey.
Set her down over this way.
Oh dear.
Okay, you gotta get some jack stands. Who was working here?
Alright, bed is kind of on. These wheels just aren't gonna work. The offset is completely wrong, but I kind of saw that coming because when I built the front end, I actually narrowed the whole thing up and I didn't narrow the rear, so surprise, surprise, it doesn't fit in the fenders. But we were looking at our stockpile and I found a 6-lug wheel that would probably bolt on that's a lot skinnier, so for mock-up purposes would work. And then I'm like, where did this wheel come from and why do I only have one? Turns out, the original truck frame also had the same 6-lug pattern.
Chevy did it right. You have any dunnage around here?
Any what?
Dunnage.
Not particularly. So there's a brick over there.
Oh, the forklift.
Come on, you're so close.
Oh, that lower ball joint, man.
Oh wow. Good job, Zach.
Goodness. Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, that lower ball joint was not happy, was it?
All right. That wheel looks significantly different than that one. I like that style, but that size. All right, I'm gonna interrupt the video right here because I lost audio for the next clip. And I lost it because if you look right here on the camera, these little wires right here, if you wiggle them the wrong way, stops producing audio. I know I need to upgrade my cameras and audio system, but we're working with what we have at the moment. Boop. All right, so we got the wheels put on and the bed put on, and now it's fitting. Kaulin says something about how stoked he is, or something like that. I'm showing you right here, this is probably ride height for the truck. That tire turns, it clears at full ride height, so we could fit a 33, and it looks pretty good. Anyway, I really like how that wheel looks, and you know, it kind of clears. I'm talking about offset right here, I think, or something like that, and how wide of tire we're gonna go with. Yeah. But yeah, everything's lined up and we can start building now. Anyway, we'll be working on the back end today. I hope before these guys go home today that we have a frame sort of mocked up with links figured out and possibly airbags in.
Very optimistic.
I'm an optimistic individual.
Rudy's the most optimistic person I know.
Anyway.
So we're gonna be attaching a frame piece to this frame piece. Believe it or not.
That's not the frame piece, that's just holding the bed up.
This frame piece. We're still trying to figure out how we're gonna hold the bed up.
As soon as we actually have a frame in there, we can start figuring out how to mount the bed and everything. So that'll be like tomorrow's project if we get all the frame stuff done today.
Is this the stuff?
That's the stuff.
Okay, so this is the stuff we're gonna be using. Zach, you carried this in here?
Well, yeah.
How do you get anything done with your hands in your pocket? Oh, that's heavy.
Goodness.
Why are your hands in your pocket?
I was just enjoying watching Kaulin.
That's some heavy stuff.
Probably should have gone a little lighter.
Weird. It'll work. What if I said it was bent?
That's okay, because I'm going to be doing some bending to it.
Oh yeah? Look at that. My hands aren't in my pockets.
So here's what we're going to do.
I'm okay with that.
Go up approximately right here.
Rudy is bending up a model for the frame. After we bend up the model, we can start cutting and doing all that fun stuff. Do you know what you're doing?
Nope, no idea. I'm making it up as I go along.
Dude, that is a sick shirt. Those are my favorite shirts. Those ones are sick.
Okay, so there's that one.
You gonna put it on the outside of the frame when you build it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this one, we're gonna bend it down.
Do you want a marker? Here, hold that down and I'll bend it. Oh, you got it. Anyways, we're gonna keep bending this. I'll show you our finished product in a minute. So this is what Rudy made up. This is for the axle hump. And this sits in here. Just like that.
Yep. More or less.
So now we've got to take that and put it into that.
At ride height, I've been measuring the frame at 9 inches. These tires are a little smaller than what we're gonna run, but I'm gonna need at least 9 inches from the top of this axle tube to the top of this C notch.
And how high is it right now?
I think we're running like 10.5. Yeah, 10.5-ish. So that'll be the profile of the bottom of the frame, and then we'll do some cool stuff to the top of it up here and everything. Build our bag perches and the 4-link mount. I'm excited to do the 4-link stuff. It's gonna be pretty cool.
He has not stopped talking about the linkage system and the Watts link that we're gonna be doing. He's super excited about it.
Oh, the Watts link is gonna be cool.
We're gonna get to cutting on this, do some more measurements, mock-ups, and then we'll show you what happens. You gotta be a monkey to get out of that thing.
I'm a ninja. And
I offered the table, but we're gonna do it on the floor.
if you don't have a floor, I recommend you get one because they're super handy for stuff like this. I'm gonna use the lower profile of this to be making all my marks and measurements off of because that's how we bent it to clear. We're gonna wanna go something like that far over to here, and then right there, up, and then we'll go right to there. And then what I'm gonna do, rather than use that, because I know it's a little bit off, we're gonna flip this over and put that to that end right there. Look at that. And since it's a 4-inch tube, we'll run 4. And then we'll run a 4. And then we'll run a 4.
What do you think of this, Zach?
Accuracy at its finest right there.
That's what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is this number exists on some spectrum somewhere. So, math, you know?
Sure.
I didn't pass math class, but I don't think that's how math works.
Alright, so this here, if you're trying to figure out an angle, you don't have to know numbers. You can actually just mark it out on the concrete or something like this. And I took this tool here, it's called a T-bevel. And it's one of my favorite tools for stuff like this. But you can lay it down flat and then just line it up. I don't know what that angle is. And I probably never will know what that angle is. But I know it's the right angle because we have it marked out on the ground for what we're doing.
I missed it.
The sneeze?
Yeah, it pisses me off whenever I miss a sneeze.
You're so weird. Also, that line, that angle is my cut. That is what I'm supposed to be cutting to. Boom, bada bing.
So I never knew about that. I always just drew an angle and hoped to get it right. But now I know that trick, so Exhaust cutting is going to be a lot easier now.
We'll do that, and then we'll just flip it over, and then we'll lay it on, weld it up, lay it on the ground, and cut that off. All right, we got the pieces cut and tacked, and we took the bed off so that we could get this kind of in here where it's gonna go. I think that's looking pretty stellar for what we're doing.
I like that. It looks good. Look at that. Look at the hump. That is crazy. It's almost taller than the tire.
Perfect. All right, that's starting to look like a C-notch.
Looks good.
Yeah, and then we'll run the links right there and there. We can kind of do a continuation off the back.
Found it.
Found the sneeze?
Found my sneeze.
He's so weird.
Sneezes get itches that you can't itch, and only a sneeze can itch.
Only snitches get stitches? Is that what you said?
Moving on. We'll be back in a minute.
I'm kidding.
Look at that, guys. Yeah. One side on, the other side on, and this was here to check level, and it is
Perfectly level and square.
But Kaulin forgot that he's having somebody come look at a dirt bike because he's selling it, and so he's got to go. Zach's going to go with him, and we're probably just going to call it a day.
We'll be back tomorrow to finish this up and hopefully sitting on bags. We'll see you later.
Tomorrow?
Now snap. We're back.
Did you sell your dirt bike?
Oh yeah, dirt bike's gone. Gotta look for a new one now.
Sad.
That is such a sad thing to open with, Rudy.
No, you're happy. You wanted to sell it.
It hurt my soul. Anyways, today we're back on the C10. I'm gonna be welding up the frame while Rudy's cutting and doing all of his cool stuff on his computer and his plasma table over there. And looking for boxes, because there's stuff in boxes that we need.
Yeah, I need the air management stuff.
Before we start the welding, me and Rudy had to go on a little treasure hunt to find some airbag stuff. Air system stuff. So, we found the pump. Look at that thing's shiny.
Sensors? Wheel sensors? Position sensors? So that it knows where you're sitting.
I'm gonna go get to welding now that we found it. So that's next. So when welding something like frame, you always weld with the frame, never down the frame, because then that creates a weak spot where it can break or crack or whatnot. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be welding a bead here, putting about an inch space in, welding another bead, and then doing that on the bottom as well. After that, we're gonna lay a plate on top that will run over like that, and we'll completely weld that, and then that should be strong enough and it should hold up great. Man, we're dropping dimes today. Woo-wee! Woo! Why did I sit down right where I just welded? Doing over here.
Just making some stuff on the computer for the top plate of the frame so it doesn't break in half when we're driving down the road. These are the frame plates right here, and we just need to get them cleaned up so they can be welded on the frame. Bam. All right. That goes right there. Something like that.
So both sides are done, plated, welded up, cleaned up, all good to go. I think the next thing that we're working on is finishing up this hump. After that, I think we're building plates for the airbags to sit on. It's also almost lunchtime. It's lunchtime. So I think we're gonna go grab some lunch, but we'll be back in a minute. So it turns out we did not go to lunch yet because we got some exciting stuff happening. Rudy, what do we got?
Brackets!
Let's go.
So this bad boy that I tacked together and cut out of metal gonna go right here.
So you'll have two brackets, one on top going to the back and one on the bottom. One will be on top of the axle and one will be below the axle.
Yep, that's right. And they'll run parallel to the frame.
That's sweet. Okay, we got to build the other one now.
I think we're going to lunch now. I just wanted to see what this was. It looks really cool. This is the passenger side frame bracket. We got the driver side over there. And I think we can actually tack these onto the frame now. Pretty straightforward how it goes.
What's after these?
After these, I want to try to get axle mounts, and then we can start cycling this thing a little bit. All right, so Kaulin got the axle side link mounts welded on. He did a great job. Got the axle cleaned up a little more, and now we're ready to put the axle side link mounts on. I've got these bean-shaped brackets we'll put together, and I'll show you how I'm going to center them up. These right here go on the axle right here, approximately. And we're going to get it tacked. Yeah, something like that. Okay, go ahead and mark that. Okay, now we can get center. So we're going to measure somewhere that's consistent. So I'm going to assume that this backing plate here is consistent on both sides. So right there we're looking at pretty well 8 inches. On this side we're looking at 8 3/4. So that needs to go over like 3/8. Because got the axle centered up, which isn't the super important part right now. I just wanted to know what I could get away with as far as how far out I can mount these links. Now we'll just take this and we'll put it to our mark, which is that one right there. I think we'll be able to weld that. Kaulin, you want to throw some tacks on it? Kidney beans are on, well, tacked on. And then from this heim, we'll go all the way up to this mount here. This one just is a rubber isolator so that, you know, doesn't transfer as many of the bumps into the cab. Getting pretty late in the evening though. We're gonna call it a night. Well, we didn't get as far as I would have liked to today on Kaulin's truck, but that's okay because we have a better idea of the direction we're going now. And next time, things are gonna get really good. I got these arms here, and that there, kind of a sneak peek. And as always, thanks for watching.